we're at a really good place right now. And I think we might just got even better.
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your man, Cloudboy Bales, and welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports. Today's topic that we're going to be talking about is what happened the other day. Didn't really want to make a video until later, but if I'm going to be completely honest, I do not believe the Brewers are going to make any more moves. They've still got a little more time left until the trade deadline is over, but the Brewers made a huge move. We swept the Pirates, and, we're in first place. I think we're 7 games above Cincinnati right now, first place, which is a great position to be in, as we got about 2 months, just over 2 months of baseball, regular season baseball left. So yeah, that's a great position to really be in. Brewers, the pitching is the reason why the Brewers have had a successful run. Now you got Woodruff, who's been dominant. You got Burns, who's been dominant. You got Freddie, who's been dominant. You got 3 pitchers who've just been dominant. Also, you got really great relievers. And that's the reason why we win games, because our relief pitchers and our pitchers are just been really good this year. Even Eric Lauer has actually been doing pretty decent for us this year. It's pretty crazy. Hauser only got 1 win last year, couldn't even do anything. His record 7-5. I mean, that's a big improvement from what he was a year ago. So anyways, just got some notes that I took. But anyways, we traded for Eduardo Escobar, who is last on the Diamondbacks. Of course, he is a big name, for the Diamondbacks. In 2019, he led their team with over 100 RBIs and 35 home runs in 2019. Obviously, last year just wasn't it was just a down year for everyone. This year, he led their team in home runs. He has 22 home runs, and I think a lot of over 60-something RBIs. But regardless, that's more than anybody on the Brewers. So honestly, we got a big name. He was obviously, of course he was obviously the lead vote getter for third base all-star. He was an all-star this year. He didn't play, but that's a great thing. The Brewers, they sent back 2 prospects. That was outfielder Cooper Hummel and infielder Alberto Kipren. Never heard of him, but I assume they're AAA. Yeah, we got this guy for nothing. But that is huge. Getting a power bat to finish the season, I think, is definitely great. You got another offensive threat in this, and that's honestly something that solidifies the lineup. Getting this guy, we already have so many great players. We have so much depth right now, and it's scary. It's really scary. Thinking of it, getting him, getting a guy that for sure will get starts and really produce offense for this team, especially defense, because surely he is phenomenal on defense, And this also, another thing, this trade definitely reminds me a lot of getting Moustakas in the 2018 season. Very similar numbers, his batting average was, Moustakas' batting average was just a little better. However, Escobar has way better defense. I think a lot of people know that. So, obviously, there isn't a clear spot on him on the roster right now, but of course, the 26-man roster or whatever, he's going to probably take Pablo Reyes' spot. He was on the team, but of course, he's going to go big. This will probably be the last we see Pablo Reyes on the year, because of honestly where we're at with depth, and getting him, I think, really does it. But Escobar is going to be getting playing time. The question is, what's going to happen with the players that we coming back. So here's the thing. We started off the season, we had a completely different offense. We completely changed our offense. So many people, literally half the people on our team that are starting right now is like not even starting. That wasn't even on our roster. And that's interesting because you got to understand what's going to happen. We traded for Willie Adames, and that ended up well. So far, how about Rowdy Tellez? I mean, are you kidding me? We just traded for this guy that hasn't even really played much this year. You know, he's shown that he can be good, but honestly, this week has been unbelievable for Rowdy. 4 home runs, over 10 RBIs, and he's been just killing it for the Brewers. And that's a trouble because Dan Vogelbach's in trouble. Because if this guy stays hot, I mean, who knows if Vogelbach will even be sent back up. I mean, just to think of it. And then also Travis Shaw. Don't forget we have Shaw. We probably won't even see Travis Shaw because of this trade. Now the thing about Escobar is he can play basically first base and third base. Those are the positions we're likely going to see because shortstop, we got Willie Adames there, and second base, we got Colton Wong there. And obviously, with Chase Peterson being out with COVID, I don't see him coming back with the team now. So, because he'll be probably sent back down. The thing is, when, we got Tellez in there doing a lot of damage, and I think with the way he is, he's going to be in there. Now, here's the thing. If the Brewers decide to go, we have right now 12 players, I think, on the offense. So, if right now the Brewers want to go back to 13, likely we'll see Vogelbach because I think Vogelbach and Tellez will switch up. But I don't really, if Tellez cools down or something and just decides to not really hit the ball very much, I think he'll be sent down. Maybe even Jackie Bradley Jr. will be sent down. I mean, he's just been having an awful year, especially with Tyrone Taylor really coming on. And Christian Yelich, once he comes back from COVID, I think will be doing a lot. Urias is really the one that's mostly in trouble. He started out the year bad, and then he's been great. Now he's just a very on and off player. He's doing great things and he's doing bad things, but for what we've seen from him, he can be great. We've seen it. There's some things that are missing, and you know what? That is the thing. So Brewers' plan, I think, is to move him around. When it comes to this is my thing. When it comes to righties, right-handed pitchers, I think we're going to see him at third base. If it comes to left-handed pitchers, I think we're going to see him at first base. Because obviously with the way Rowdy Tellez has been playing, I think the Brewers really want to see him play. So here's what my lineup I think could be. I'd like to see Wong, Yelich, Escobar, Adames, Narvaez, Garcia, Tellez, and Kane really be our starting lineup. And then you got people like JBJ and Urias and someone else, Pena, and probably Vogelbach could be another guy that could come out there. And then our pitcher, obviously. And then as left-handed pitchers, you got Wong, Yelich, Escobar, Adames, Narvaez, Garcia, Kane, Urias, pitcher. And don't forget, we have JBJ, Tyrone Taylor, Manny Pena, and Tellez really going deep. And then if one of those guys falls and doesn't really do, for example, if Urias starts to really struggle or something and he can't hit the ball, Shaw will probably come up. And if the same thing goes for Vogelbach, if Tellez comes up, we are so deft because of this trade. It's unbelievable. And obviously Tyrone Taylor, is going to be coming off the bench a lot, really. And honestly, the way he's hitting right now, I mean, that dude has just been unstoppable. So I think moving him around on the infield and Taylor moving around on the outfield is easily going to slot in players when there's an injury. Now, filling out the bench, Manny Pena, Keston Hiura, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Jace Peterson were technically the guys that were in there right now. Obviously, with this move, I think Keston Hiura will be eventually sent back down when Vogelbach maybe comes back. And don't forget, Jace Peterson is a plug player, on-base Jace, but that's the thing. So once Christian Yelich and Jace Peterson return, these are going to be really tough decisions. Obviously, Hiura is going to be going back down for sure. And honestly, they might have to send down Urias or Taylor. if that's the case. Now, I don't think Peterson, if that's the case, I don't think Peterson will be back unless they like him that much. But, I mean, he's not playing well enough that he'll be claimed, but recently, and it's crazy that they didn't even give up much, but it's crazy. But it's crazy what the Brewers are going to do. I don't think they're going to make any other trades unless it's some relief pitcher, but that's all I'm going to really say on this one. It's been a long day, and I'm probably going to be making my videos probably on the draft choices for the Bucks. Obviously, I don't really know much about the guys that we got, so especially their names, but who knows, whatever it is. So, anyways, there's nothing else I can say, but anyways, go Brewers. Well, if there's another move, I'll be making another video. So, let's go Brewers. Stay tuned for more updates. Subscribe, comment with your thoughts, and we will see you next time.